The next show we're going to be talking about is Osama the Game or King's Game. Osama Game the Animation or King's Game the Animation.
This, wow. Just wow. Are you okay? So you've seen like the trailer and everything for this and everything, right? Is it just me?
Death metal rock trailer.
But is it just me, or like looking at this reminds you of When They Cry? Because it seems like you have a very nice, sensible setting, and then all of a sudden everything just goes to hell, and you're just like, holy crap!
I have only seen the trailer, so I know that it was dark animation, and then the trailer's like raw, da 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 da, and I'm like, okay, let's see what this is about. But I don't know the story yet, so
Okay, so the synopsis for this one. Story begins when an entire high school class of 32 people receive a message on their cell phones from a person known only as the King. The message contains orders that students must obey or they risk the punishment of death. With their lives on the line, the students soon find out that the orders are getting more and more extreme as time goes on. Honestly, this reminds me also of like Saw. I mean, this almost is like an anime version of Saw in a lot of ways. You know, it seems like, they might be, and I recognize, I have never done it before, but I've seen enough anime. I recognize the King game. I've known animes that come across that where you pick the king, and then you have to do the king's orders, and the king's orders are absolute. And then once all the king's done his order, then a new king is decided. Well, it seems like this person has decided that they're just going to be the king. Period. No one else is going to be king. It's just going to be them. And then that they're going to be doing some fairly bad potentially things. Yeah. And from the trailer, some people are probably going to die. So I would definitely say that this is not one of those animes that you need to grow attachments to any one particular person, because guarantee you probably going to die right away. If you watch this one, whoever you end up saying, I like them, let me know, so that way I can know that they're going to die, because you have that curse of like, whoever you like in an anime like this ends up going to be dead. So, but it definitely looked very, very graphic and very like suspenseful. So I'm looking forward to it. I might not necessarily like it per se, only because it's going to be one of those where I'm like, are you serious? This person died? Or like, holy crap, that was horrific how that person died. Damn. But that's what they're going for. So if that's the reaction that I get out of it, they did their job right. So honestly,
So as far as anime like this, I'm looking for anime to scare me. Like I want an anime to be like suspenseful and to scare me. Not jump scares, because that's just cheap and anybody. I want like a dark, creepy anime that I get sucked in, like that one from A1 Pictures called From Another World, where it's like, everything seems kind of weird in this village, and then you start learning more about what's going on behind the scenes, and you're like, what are these little rat people that can talk English? And you're like, why do some of them have like same-sex relationships for like a certain part? And then like they like explain that a couple episodes later, and you're like, wow, it's because they need to handle this one thing. And then like the group of characters that you're like around, there's like 6 characters, and then they start like breaking off into pairs, and you're like, like relationships. And then all of a sudden like 2 people just disappear, and one of the couples breaks up, and like one dies, or quote unquote dies, and the other one like looking for him the whole series. And you're like just kind of, and then you end up like underground for a couple episodes with like these little rat people, and then they started like making a revolt, and you're just sucked into this crazy show. And I'm like, I'm hoping for like another like anime that's like super complex like that to pull me in. So I'm interested in this one. I'm not really a big fan of like super graphic anime, but if there's like some kind of background story about like why he's doing that,
I'm sure there's got to be at least some sort of, someone who's targeting a specific class. And playing a game like this that is pretty much designed, because eventually he's going to come across orders that he's going to give that they're not going to want to do regardless. They'll take their, they'll feel like they'll take their chances, but guarantee you that, something's going to happen. So
yeah, so like the show's like tickling my darkness anime bone, like, so I'm like, let's see what this got, because I want another show that's like just dark, creepy, sucks me in, and I'm scared about what's happening next.
Seems like this could be. So
yep.
So I'm hoping now that they actually have a series going on with it, that they'll actually go a little bit more in depth with it and actually explain why everything is the way it is. And
it kind of borders, like, I want it to be realistic, like the other robotics note that I fell in love with, and I really don't want it to be like, I guess it's good for, well, it's like, I don't want it to be like a